Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
She's the one that set the whole deal up.
I don't believe it.
Gran, Rosemary isn't as sentimental as you are. She's in business to make money, and that's precisely what she's going to get out of this deal. You can't blame her.
But I can blame you.
Where are you going now?
I'm going to see your father. Because I think he has a right to know that you're going to push him out of his home.
Gran, you're being a bit melodramatic. Look, I can't force him to sell if he doesn't want to.
He won't have any choice if everyone else sells, and you know it. And don't you try to tell me any differently.
All right. You're entitled to your opinion, but please let me talk to him first.
So that you can give him your biased view?
Because this is a business matter, not a family one.
Is that how you're going to explain it to Lucy?
All right. I can't physically stop you from going to talk to him. But just remember, whatever we say in this office is supposed to be confidential.
Even if it concerns the people I love?
Yes. Gran, you're overreacting. Look, it's not as bad as you think.
Paul, your mother brought a family up in that home before she died. And as ridiculous as it may seem to you, it means a great deal to me.
Susan, would you come in for some dictation, please?
Right away.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, dear householder. Oh, you can personalise it later. I'll give you a list of names. Dear householder, the Daniels Corporation is pleased to make an exciting offer to you. One that'll benefit both you and the community in which you live.
Thank you. Well, do you want me to stay and give you a hand? I'm free for the rest of today. You sure you can handle a new till?
I can handle a new till, Clive. Everything's under control.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Your old boyfriend just walked
For
in.
heaven's sake, Clive, don't call him that.
G'day, Madge. Clive.
How are you, Mr. Murphy?
What happened to plain old Ray?
Doesn't pay for the staff to get too friendly with the customers.
I don't know about that. How about a beer?
Well, like you said, everything seems to be under control.
Oh, Clive, don't go. I mean, what if things suddenly get busy?
Well, if you have a crisis, I'll be over at the coffee shop.
Thanks. Whoops.
Sorry.
Has anyone ever told you you're beautiful when you're angry?
Of course not.
Well, they should have. And that's the truth.
We seem to be heading in the same direction. May I offer myself as an escort?
Suit yourself.
My shirt's clean, no sign of dandruff. I showered this morning.
Oh, don't, Clive. We're not in the mood. We've had a rotten day.
Anything I can do?
Yeah. When we get in the coffee shop, just thump Scott or Mike if they make any cracks. They've been giving us a hard time ever since we were dumb enough to tell them we wanted to be cheerleaders. It's all right when they want to try and be big-time songwriters. Anything we try and do, they just treat as a big joke.
Well, why this sudden urge to be cheerleaders?
Because we need a break. We know we've got to study and all, but, well, if we don't have some fun soon, we're going to go crazy. And as well as that, we met Warwick Capper. He's a friend of Des's. He's really cute. We thought he might be able to get us an audition with the Swanettes, but he couldn't. Well, we could still audition. It'll take months. I want to have some fun now.
Does it have to be the Swanettes?
No, we just want to be cheerleaders.
Ladies, this is your lucky day. I happen to be a close personal friend of a very lovely lady who happens to be a choreographer, and she works out routines for heaps of cheer squads.
How do you know her?
I gave her first break in show business.
Should have known. One of your ex-chooks. Could you call her for us?
Well, I don't want anyone accusing me of standing between you and your HSC.
Please. You'd be doing us the biggest favour ever.
Ah, what the heck. You two deserve a break. Come on, we'll go and phone her now.
What happened to the guys?
Their conscience has got the better of them. They've gone to study in the library.
Bet they're not. Bet they're writing more songs to make them famous.
Some chance.
Now, ladies, no need for bitterness. With my help, you'll be famous long before those two.
How do you think you're going to manage that, huh?
Watch. Observez, s'il vous plaît, un genius at work.
Go away. Hello.
Jenny, how are you? It's me, Clive.
Clive who?
Clive Gibbons, of course, the one that started you on the road to fame.
I once knew a Clive Gibbons. He used to make me dress up as a chicken.
The very same.
That same Clive Gibbons still owes me $100 from the last job I did for him.
Oh, does he?
I promised myself if that rat ever tried to phone me again, I'd hang up on him. So that's what I'm going to do.
Jenny, wait. I can explain. Jenny.
Hang up on you, did she?
I don't understand it. I thought she'd be thrilled to hear from me.
Me.
It's not that I miss marriage, but flogging a dead horse never got it up and running. I don't know. Life on my own, well, just isn't the fun and games I thought it would be.
Not exactly how you feel.
At least you've got custody of your daughter. Have a look at this. This is my tale. It's Jodie. She's 15. Warren here, he's 17. They're good kids.
You must miss them.
I get to see them most weekends. Faye's got her faults, but she's pretty good about letting me stay in contact with them.
I wish my husband was more like you. He's never shown much interest in the children.
Can't understand that sort of attitude. Kids are, well, you know what they're like. Half the time they drive you crazy. But if it came to the crunch, I'd give up my life for them. I suppose that sounds pretty corny.
Not to me. It would to Fred. That's my husband.
Still, sounds like I've had it easier than him. I've been lucky. I've done well enough to be able to buy a couple of houses. It makes it a lot easier to see the kids when there's plenty of beds to go around.
Yes, I wish I owned a house. Maybe it's just a pipe dream. Never mind, at least Charlene and I have got a roof over our heads.
You'll get the match. I know you will.
Hope so.
Actually, I'm about to swap houses myself.
Oh, why's that?
Some development company wants the land. They've offered me a good price, and I haven't been there long enough to get attached to the place I'm selling out. So if you hear of anything interesting for sale...
No, not in Ramsay Street, I won't. Nobody there ever seems to move.
Oh, well, plenty of time. Speaking of which, it's about time I went and earned some money. Old Madge, thanks for letting me rave on you. It's not often I get the chance, and when I do, I'm afraid I'm a bit hard to stop.
Don't apologise. I've enjoyed it.
Me too.
Ah, Daphne, where's the gratitude in the world? A man does his best and all he gets in return is insults.
Look at it their way. Scott and Mike have been giving them a hard time. They've been under a lot of pressure with exams, and you go and build up their hopes when you shouldn't have.
I don't understand it. It's not like Jenny to be so unfriendly.
Sounds like she had good reason.
I've done her lots of favours. She owes me at least one. Never fear, girls. Clive is here.
What?
Jenny, it's me again. Clive, don't hang up, please.
Yeah, all right, Clive, get on with it.
You are absolutely right to be angry with me and I'll make amends, I swear it. Just give me a moment. I've got the most wonderful news for you.
Huh?
Before my eyes, I have two wonderfully talented young ladies who would love to do a cheerleader audition.
Oh, so everyone wants to be a cheerleader?
Yeah, but these girls are special. Their talent is boundless.
Oh, come on, Clive.
I'm not kidding. These girls are so hot that if you don't snap them up, you'll probably lose them to a Broadway musical.
That good, huh?
All they need is a break. They're good. I guarantee it.
Yeah, we both know what that's worth. Oh, all right. I'll have a look at them, but on one condition.
Anything.
When they come along to the audition, they bring the $100 you owe me.
Are you sure about that? I don't seem to remember.
That's my condition. Take it or leave it.
Done. When can you see them?
When I feel human again, all right? I'll let you know.
You're a wonderful human being, Jenny.
Yeah.
Well, what'd she say?
You're in.
All done?
Yep, and I dropped Des's into the bank like you said.
Good. Well, don't relax. The day's not over yet. Bring a notepad, would you?
7:30 on Thursday. Yes, sir. Yes, that'll be fine. Goodbye.
Now, I want all those that have been contacted to be listed on the computer, and we'll make a further approach to those that haven't got back to us within a week.
I couldn't help but noticing when I delivered the letters there wasn't one for Clive.
No, the owner's already agreed to sell.
Does that mean that Clive and Susan will have to move?
No, not immediately.
The owner hasn't mentioned it to Clive.
No, he's left that to me.
It's a month, isn't it? I mean, that's all we'll have to find somewhere else.
Paul, you can't throw Susan out.
Look, if you need another week or two, Susan, I'm sure we can arrange something.
I'm ashamed of you. And right now, I don't even want to be in the same room with you.
Susan, I won't leave you stranded. You know that, don't you?
I guess so. Excuse me, I'll get on with the list. Okay.
Do you know what your grandson has just done?
If you're referring to Paul, I know exactly what he's done. I couldn't stay in the office a minute longer without physically attacking him.
The nerve of him trying to force us to sell out. Who does he think he
A
is?
young man who's grown too big for his boots.
That was Des telling me what's happened. You know what the worst thing is? He's actually considering the offer. Over my dead body.
He wouldn't sell, would he?
Oh, Helen, I hope not. Ramsay Street's my home. All my friends are there.
I know, I feel exactly the same.
I'm sorry, Helen, but I've had Paul up to here. First of all, he has me kicked out of the business, and now he wants my home. We can forget it, because I'm not giving in.
Good, because I'm going to see that Jim doesn't either.
He's trying to throw you out too? His own family?
Right now, money means more to Paul than anything.
Step and turn. Oh, it's the third time you've got it wrong. You're not concentrating. I am concentrating. It's all right for you. You've done dance for years. My arms hurt and getting heady. Well, just don't forget the whole thing was your idea in the first place. Okay. Can you show it to me again? I'm messing up the turning bit. Okay. Just watch this time, all right? Arms up, then down, step, and turn. You don't have to show off. I'm not. I'm trying to help you. Well, stop being so superior about it. I'm the one that got us the audition. He didn't, Clive did. Yeah, but before that, you wouldn't have even thought about cheerleading if it wasn't for me. Yeah, well, you said this was supposed to be fun. It doesn't feel like it to me. Well, it's harder work than I thought. We can't give in. The guys would give us heaps. Wonder what they're doing now. Probably dreaming about what they're going to do with their first million. And all the girls they're going to meet when they're rich and famous. Not if I can help it. Show me again. Right. You ready? Okay. And go.
I didn't think I'd have to drink alone. I thought your boyfriend would still be here.
He does have a living to earn, you know, and I do wish you'd stop calling him my boyfriend, because he isn't.
Well, he seems pretty keen to me.
Oh, nonsense. He's lonely, that's all. Lots of lonely men come in here. It's part of my job to talk to them, cheer them up.
That's all, huh?
Of course it is.
Yeah. You sure Ray feels the same way?
Back so soon?
Yes, but not for a drink. Madge, would you come out with me tonight?
Me? Oh, no, I couldn't possibly. I don't mix business with pleasure.
Why don't you have a night out? You deserve it.
He's dead right. Well, how about it? We could probably both do with a good time.
Oh, no, I don't think so. Perhaps some other time.
What's wrong with tonight?
Yeah.
Well, I have lots of things to do tonight, and I'm very tired. Look, I'll tell you what. Why don't you give me a call later on, and I'll let you know how I feel.
Well, I guess that's fair enough, all right. But I'm warning you, you'll need a pretty good reason to make me take no for an answer.
See you later.
Did you have to egg him on?
He's a nice bloke. You like him. Why shouldn't you go out with him?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I'm used to men wanting my company anymore.
Well, that's all the more reason why you should go.
Clive, I can't. I've got nothing to wear and my hair's a mess.
It looks fine, but if you're worried, pop into the hairdresser.
No, I can't leave the bar.
I don't mind taking over for a while. Do it, Madge. What have you got to lose?
Well, nothing, I suppose, but... I suppose it is time I had something to think about other than the washing, cleaning and worrying about the children.
So, you'll go?
All right. Yes. From now on, I'm going to look out for number one.
Hey, how's it going?
Fine, thank you. You ready to order?
I've obviously done something wrong. I don't know what it is, though.
Because you're totally insensitive.
Daff, whatever it is, tell me.
You are trying to take my home away from me, that's what. First of all, you try and take the business, and now you're trying to shove me out of the house. But I'm warning you, this time you are not going to win.
Look, it's not a question of winning.
No?
Take this business, for example. Aren't you doing better here at Lassiter's than you were in the old place?
Well, yes.
Well, it's exactly the same with the house. You're going to get more money than what it's worth, so you'll be able to get something bigger and better somewhere else.
That's not important. What counts to me is the street and my friends who live there.
You'll make new friends.
I don't want to. And I won't have to, because no matter what you do, I won't be moving. And just to show you how little I care about money, I'm refusing to serve you. Excuse me.
Clive, can we have a chat, please?
Sure. Bad day at the office.
I just found out today your house has been sold.
So, we pay rent to someone else. What's the difference?
The difference is that Paul Robinson's bought it.
Paul? That's funny. He didn't say anything to me.
Yeah, isn't it?
Oh, well, he should be okay as a landlord. He's no problem as a boss.
He isn't going to be our landlord. He's going to pull the house down.
What?
It's true. That's why I didn't say anything to you. He wants to buy up all of Ramsay Street and build it into an access road for a supermarket complex.
Oh, tell me you're kidding.
And the worst thing is, we've only got about a month to find somewhere else.
I've been talking to him all week and he hasn't said a word.
Things are just starting to come good for Sam and me. Paul was treating me like a human being. I thought we'd found a home. Nothing ever works out the way you want it to. I should know that by now.
Susan, don't say that.
It's the truth.
No, it isn't. Look, if we have to move, we have to. But we'll do it together. You, me and Sam. That is a promise.
Both hands up, then down, step and turn. Good. Maybe we should leave it till tomorrow. But we'll never be ready for the audition if we don't keep practicing. I lost my enthusiasm. Is it because of that phone call from your Uncle Tom? Well, she hadn't left it up to me to break the news to Mum. Hope she's in a good mood when she gets home. Here's your chance to find out. Oh, Mum, your hair looks great.
Yes, I felt I needed a bit of a change. You sure it's all right?
Makes you look 10 years younger.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Charlie.
No, it does, doesn't it, Jane? Yeah, you really do, Mrs. Mitchell.
Well, thank you, both of you. Have there been any phone calls for me?
Yes.
Oh, I knew he'd phone while I was out. Did he say he'll call back?
Who?
Well, the man who phoned, Ray Murphy.
Oh, Ray Murphy.
Yes, well, it was him who called, wasn't it?
Well, not exactly. That's why you've got your hair done. Got a bloke, eh?
Oh, Charlene, don't be absurd.
You have. I bet you have.
Charlene, please, if it wasn't Ray who called, who was it?
Actually, Charlene, I think it's about time I got going. I'll see you later, Mrs. Mitchell.
Bye-bye, Jane.
Well, I'll see you out.
Jane knows the way out. Now, Charlene, would you please tell me what's going on?
Uncle Tom called. He wanted to speak to you, but when I told him that you were out, he left a message.
Mm-hmm. Charlene, for heaven's sake, will you tell me what he said?
You're not gonna like it. He said that he'd had an offer for the house.
This house?
Paul Robertson wants to buy it.
What on earth for?
He said it was too good an offer to turn down, so he decided to sell.
But if Tom sells this place, where will we live?
He said to tell you not to worry. He'd see us right.
Oh, he did he? What exactly does that mean?
I told you wouldn't like it. You don't have to take it out on me.
Oh, Charlene, I'm sorry. But you don't seem to understand. If Tom sells this house, we'll both be homeless.
Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
He'd see us right.
Oh, he did he? What exactly does that mean?
I told you wouldn't like it. You don't have to take it out on me.
Oh, Charlene, I'm sorry. But you don't seem to understand. If Tom sells this house, we'll both be homeless.
Uncle Tom can't do that to us, can he, Mum?
The deeds were transferred to him. I've got no say in it.
Didn't think Moira would want him moving in on them.
Well, apparently everything's forgiven and forgotten. No wonder he hasn't been in touch. Didn't want us to know what he was up to.
We'll be okay, Mum. You've got your job and I can help.
You've got exams to pass, young lady.
I can still look around for something. An apprenticeship, maybe.
You can think about that after you've done your HSC. But I do appreciate the thought, love.
Anyway, we're not broke. You've still got your share of the money from the ring.
Oh, $5,000 isn't exactly a fortune. That won't keep us for long. There we are.
Well, maybe Dad's back on his feet. He'd help us if we knew where to contact him.
I doubt if Fred will come to the rescue. Oh, men, they're all the same. Turn your back and I'll pinch the milk out of your tea.
Oh, g'day. Oh, what's for dinner? I'm starving.
Hey, don't you dare. The way things are going, you'd be lucky to get fed at all.
What did I say?
You're not serious about this.
Oh, it's a business proposition, Dad, and a good one.
We're talking about a family home and the people in it.
What's the letter about?
Oh, it's quite simple, darling. One of Paul's companies wants to buy all the houses in Ramsay Street.
Why?
So they can knock them all down and make a lot of money.
Gran, you might explain it properly.
Well, that's basically what it's about, isn't it?
Surely you wouldn't sell, Jim. It's not easy starting again. I know how hard it was for me to make the break and come here.
I'm not asking them to shift to another country.
You won't let them knock down our house, will you, Dad? I love it here.
I know you do, sweetheart. And I'm shocked to find how little it means to your brother.
Oh, now, hang on. You told me you thought the idea of a supermarket was good. In fact, you said it'd be good for Erinsborough.
We weren't talking about bulldozing houses, throwing families out of their homes. We hadn't mentioned Ramsay Street.
You are being offered an extremely good deal here. You've got to admit that.
Money can't buy the sort of memories we have for this home.
Have you given any thought to Scott or Lucy? The effect this will have on them?
I don't want to go, Dad. I want to stay.
I know you do, sweetheart. Well, it's not just us you're talking about. You're going to have to convince the whole of Ramsay Street.
Yeah. If they have an ounce of common sense, they'll know they'll never get a better deal and they'll sell.
If we cover the mortgage, that means us saving and interest 1.2.
Des, you can't make this kind of decision on paper.
Just being practical, Daph.
But this is our home we're talking about, not just a load of bricks and mortar.
I think something's burning.
Des, you proposed to me in this house. It's where we first met, where we fell in love. Does that mean anything to you?
Of course it does, but I'm just thinking of our future, and right now that comes down to facts and figures.
You're wearing your bank manager's face again.
Look, sit down. I'll explain it to you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now, Paul's company is offering us a very good deal. In fact, it's more than generous. You wouldn't get that on the open market.
Well, that makes me suspicious for a start.
You gonna let me finish?
Go on.
Now, the interest rate on mortgages keeps going up. Right? Now, if we sell, pay off the mortgage.
We have to buy another place.
Yes, and at the moment it's a buyer's market. We get a good deal.
And another mortgage.
No. The way I figure it is, we could buy another one without taking out another mortgage.
Oh, Des, I don't want to see us end up in some crummy unit in a bad area. I I want a home. And a garden. A place to bring up a family.
So do I, and going by these figures, that's exactly what we could have.
I've been on the move all my life till I came here. This is the first home I've really known. And I don't just mean the house. Ramsay Street's come to mean a lot to me. We've got good friends and good neighbours, and I like that. And I want it for our kids.
So do I, but we'll make new friends in a new area.
No, it won't be the same.
Daph, I'm just going to have to make a decision for us both.
Oh, now hang on a minute. This is supposed to be a partnership.
Yeah, it is. But I'm the bank manager. I do know about finance.
Well, I think it's about time we started thinking about other people and not just ourselves. We have a lot of good friends in this street, and not all of them own the houses they're living in. Now, if this scheme goes through, some of them are going to be chucked out with nowhere to go and precious little cash to bail them out.
Doctor, I had to see you.
Well, take a seat. There's no more problems with the chilblains, I hope?
Oh, no. That cream you recommended worked wonders.
Right.
Do you know what this is?
Shocking business, isn't it?
I couldn't believe it when I read it.
Better believe it. Clive and I have already got our matching orders.
I'd heard Paul Robinson had bought this place. He certainly moves fast.
Word soon gets around, doesn't it?
I wonder how much he paid for it. I mean, it would be quite interesting to know.
I wouldn't have a clue. I'm only the tenant, and I won't be that for much longer.
I suppose you don't know which way to turn.
I've read my David Copperfield, Mrs. Mangle. Something will, in short, turn up.
Oh, I expect a housing commission flat would be your best bet, if you can get one.
Well, I need to stay in this area because of my job.
Still, under the circumstances, not everyone would be willing to rent to a... Well, you do have a baby.
Not everyone has that kind of attitude towards unmarried mothers, fortunately.
Mrs. Mangle, have you spoken to Paul yet?
No, but when I do, I shall tell him I've absolutely no intention of accepting this ridiculous offer.
Oh, good for you. Now, if we can just get the rest of Ramsay Street to back us up, we can organise some sort of official protest. Stop this development before it gets off the ground.
I didn't say I wouldn't sell. I'm simply going to demand a much better price.
Mum, it's for you. It's Ray Murphy.
Oh, heavens, I'd forgotten all about him.
Hurry up, don't let him get away.
Shh. Oh, hello, Ray. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't. Something's come up. No, not tonight, really. I just don't feel up to it. Well, I'm afraid it's rather complicated. I'll tell you what, I'll explain it all to you later. All right. Good night, Ray.
Ooh.
Well, come on, don't keep us in suspense. Tell us about the new man in your life.
I thought you'd gone off, blokes.
Just a customer from the water.
Oh, did he ring you up to say you'd shortchanged him?
He asked me out tonight and I forgot.
Well, you could still meet him for a drink or something.
Oh, no, I couldn't. Not the way I feel.
Well, all the more reason to go. It'll cheer you up. Besides, right now you should be thinking about yourself. Maybe meeting someone new.
Yeah, she's right, Auntie Madge. As long as this Ray bloke's not another Fred.
Or Max.
Tom.
I still say the real rat's Paul. He's the one who talked Tom into selling. Doesn't care less about any of us. I thought he was your mate.
So did I. I might just go next door and see him. There's a few things I'd like to sort out.
Did you have to stir him up? He'd probably make things worse now.
How could he? Anyway, Paul's asking for it. Hope Shane really gets stuck into him.
Is one supermarket worth disrupting a whole street of families?
If it means jobs and progress for Erinsborough, yes.
I don't find that argument very
Oh,
convincing.
you're still being melodramatic about this, Gran. I'm not throwing anyone out on the street. In fact, I'm not obliged to find new accommodation for them, but that's exactly what I intend to do.
Well,
Dad, if you sell, I'll have to leave my school and my friends.
Lucy, look, you'll find new friends and maybe even like your new school better.
I won't. I'll hate it, and I hate you for making us go away.
I'll go home.
Jim, Helen.
Shane?
I just wanted to say thanks a lot, mate, for selling Auntie Madge, Charlene and me up the river.
What are you talking about?
Tom's decided to stay in Queensland, so he's going to sell the house.
You mean you talked him into it?
The company made him an offer and he's accepted.
He wouldn't have had a clue what was going on until you got to him.
Oh? He'd already made up his mind to stay with his
Oh,
daughter.
that's great for Aunt Madge and Charlene, isn't it? And me, when are you going to chuck us all out in the street?
Look, everyone's getting fair warning. It's company policy.
What happened to good old-fashioned friendship?
Yeah, how about that, mate?
Look, nothing's going to happen for at least a month. Now, I imagine even you can find somewhere to live in that time.
Now we all know where we stand, don't we?
Good. Because that deal is going ahead, whether you or the rest of Ramsay Street like it or not.
No, Shane, that's not the way, Shane. It's not the way, mate.
Shane Ramsay used to be your best friend.
It's not the first blue we've had.
Greenacres. Pets allowed, no children. How about that? Oh, well, we wouldn't live there anyway. Nothing but the best for you, Sammy boy.
Are you reading Sam the finance section? I don't think he's quite up to that yet.
No, Sam and I house hunting.
Clive, you've been very sweet about this business, and please, don't misunderstand me. But I think it's about time I started standing on my own 2 feet.
Oh, now, come on. You've only been working 5 minutes. Where are you going to come up with a deposit, let alone the kind of money you'll need for rent?
Maybe Mrs. Mangle was right.
Who needs a housing commission when they've got Clive Gibbons on site?
It's been okay with the people in Ramsay Street, but, well, if we share a house somewhere else, people might talk. I've had enough of that to last me a lifetime.
Who cares what other people think? We just want to do what's best for Sam.
I know, but it's not that simple. Funny, isn't it? No one ever talks about the guy. It's always the girl who's to blame, the one who's living in sin, whether she's paying away or not. Makes me so angry.
That is why I'm going to stick with you. You've had more than your share of being kicked around, and it is not going to happen again to you or Sam. Is it, mate? Hey? Going to happen again? Look at that.
Come on, Mike. God, you've come out of there looking like a prune.
Takes almost as long as you.
And I'll be late for work.
You're going to have to get up a lot earlier if we move away from here.
Let's not start that again, Dad.
Well, Mike, he's going to be really upset. What's going to happen to him?
Well, he'll go along with us, I suppose.
And what about his school? He's sitting his HSC, you know.
Yeah, well, it's happened to other students. He'll be okay.
Poor kid. Finally felt he had a home.
He will. With us.
Been pushed around all his life. He's going to hate leaving Erinsborough.
Are we talking about Mike or Daphne?
He's got all his friends here and... Oh, Des. Please don't make a decision in a hurry.
I won't.
Thanks.
But let's not fight about it, eh? I'll weigh it all up carefully, I promise. Then I'll let you know what I think's best for us to do.
Where's Helen?
Helping Lucy get ready.
Poor little thing. She was really upset last night.
It's very upsetting for all of you. What are you going to do, Jim?
Well, I won't be making any rash decisions, that's for sure. This place means so much to me. So many years. So many memories. You don't realise how much you put into a place until you stand to lose it.
Your home and your family mean everything to you, don't they?
Well, they've always been here for me, no matter what happened.
I hated leaving my home in England.
Look, I don't want you to worry. Whatever happens, there'll always be a roof over your head.
Oh, Jim, I wasn't thinking of myself. I'm just worried at the thought of all of you being faced with this awful upheaval.
Good morning.
Morning, Paul.
Sleep well? Or did your guilty conscience get the better of you?
Nothing to feel guilty about. Have you made any decisions?
I only got the ultimatum last night. Of course I haven't made any decisions.
Dad, you always said to us when we were young that putting things off was a waste of time and energy.
That was when we talked the same language.
You've got to make a decision sooner or later. Why keep putting it off?
Back off, Paul.
Hurry it up, Scott.
Helen. Helen, this is your place. You have a right to have a say.
Well, you know how I feel. Very sad to leave here, but it's your home, it's your decision.
Daddy, don't sell.
All right, Paul. You want a decision? You can have one. We won't be selling.
Thank you. See you tonight.
That's it.
Morning, Des. Daphne.
G'day, mate.
You're looking very pleased with yourself.
Why not? Business is booming.
I'm surprised. Most people back away from a pushy salesman.
Daphne, Des realises that this is just a straightforward business deal, and a damn good one.
Especially for you. See you later.
See ya.
I take it the lady said no.
Daphne likes living here. So do I.
Yeah, but you're too smart not to know that this is a once-in-a-lifetime offer.
Yeah, well, the company is offering a good deal.
And as a businessman, you know it's too good to refuse.
Daphne is a businesswoman, in case you forgot.
I hadn't. For God's sake, Des, this is for you to decide.
A good marriage is a partnership, and that's what we've got. We talk things over.
So what's the score?
I need more time.
Des, not too long. The deal's only good for 7 days. And if we get enough takers, we might be able to build all the access roads we need without even buying your place. It'll be pretty isolated, don't you?
Yes, I see. But if you do have a cancellation, do you think you could fit Lucy in, please? Well, the tooth hasn't started to worry her yet, but I don't like to leave it for too long. Thanks very much. Bye. How about a cup of coffee?
I'd love a cup.
I know how depressed you must feel. Getting settled, and then this wretched development thing coming up.
It's all too good to be true. A good job, a decent home for Sam, a babysitter he just adores. And, of course, Clive's wonderful with him. It's all working out so well.
What will you do?
Clive wants us to stick together and find another place. I'm not so sure that's such a good idea.
But if he's so good with Sam, and you do like him, don't you?
He's probably the nicest, kindest man I've ever met.
So what's the problem?
Well, no one thinks anything of us living together. In Ramsay Street, I mean. But if we were to move somewhere new, we'd be cut off. And I'd be totally dependent on Clive for friendship. And I don't think that's such a good idea.
You could do worse, you know.
Helen, I'm not ready for a relationship. I haven't got myself sorted out. Not by a long way.
Well, don't be too hasty. Clive can be a very good friend when the going gets rough.
I know.
Oh.
I don't think you realise just how much I've spent improving the place.
Oh, look, that's hardly relevant when the place is going to be bulldozed.
My house is worth a lot more than you're offering. And I don't doubt the other houses in Ramsay Street are too. What we've got to do is to stick together if we all demand a higher price than they'll be forced to pay it.
That's just where you're wrong, Mrs. Mangle. You see, I don't think you're in a position to bargain.
What do you mean?
Well, by all indications, enough people in the street are going to take up on the offer. So it's no skin off my nose if you don't. Look, we simply bulldoze the houses around you, and I doubt very much whether your property is going to be worth a lot standing in the middle of access roads to a supermarket car park.
I had no idea Paul was the new landlord. Up till now, I just paid the money to the agent.
Haven't you got a lease?
I ran out a while ago. Since then, I've been renting on a monthly basis.
I don't know. Makes you wonder who you can trust, doesn't it?
I mean, I suppose you can't blame Paul for trying to make a living, but he's being a bit heavy-handed about it all.
Well, I think it's disgusting. I don't know what Charlene and I are going to do.
I reckon Max and Tom are both giving you a pretty rough deal, Madge.
Yes, it's Charlene I feel sorry for. She's putting a brave face on it, but it'll break her heart to leave Erinsborough.
It's time for action. Most of the people in Ramsay Street want to stay put.
I don't think anyone really cares what we want.
We can't give in without a fight. We've got to find a way to conquer this menace that threatens to swallow us all.
Clive, I think I'm a bit past fighting. I never seem to win my battles anyway.
Yeah, but if we unite strengths, we can win. Now, I don't think we can count on Mrs. Mangle, but the rest...
Got something in mind, have you?
Always. You with me?
Of course I am. I don't know whether the rest of them will be prepared to take on Paul Robinson.
Now, memo to Peter Smith.
I think it's time I took a break.
Gran, there's nothing you shouldn't hear about. In fact, I think you should know exactly where things stand. Right. The following Ramsay Street properties have been acquired or are under negotiation. Murphy, the deal has been finalised. Harding, the Gibbons lease had expired and the property has been purchased. Tenants advised revacating. Ramsay, verbal agreement with Tom Ramsay, documents being exchanged, and tenants have received their standard 4 weeks' notice. Clarke, under discussion at the moment, though a favourable answer is anticipated. The vendor has been warned that the current offer is for 7 days only, after which time the offer may be retracted.
I imagine Daphne will have something to say about that.
Mangle. The vendor has angled for a higher price, though she's now aware of the alternatives. And I expect to acquire the property without further problems. Robinson. The vendor has refused to sell. So I'm confident he will realise the futility of holding out. I'll contact you as soon as I have information on the above properties and those under negotiations. Yours, etc., Paul Robinson. You could treat that as urgent, please, Susan.
After hearing that, it's hard to believe that your name's Robinson.
Gran, I can't afford to get personally involved. I'm simply acting on the company and their interests.
And your own.
I'm entitled to make a living.
At any cost to other people, including your own family.
Business is about results, not people.
Well, in that case, you can find someone who shares your opinion to use this desk, because I am vacating it right now.
Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
Morning, Helen. Are you all right?
Oh, I'm sorry, Daphne. Did you say something?
Oh, just good morning. You don't look too good. Are you sure you're okay?
I've just walked out on Paul. Oh, that boy makes me so angry.
Why don't you come and sit down and have a cup of coffee?
Thanks.
Sounds like another major argument.
Oh, it's just the way he does business. Nothing matters to him except getting results. He's prepared to sacrifice everything. Family loyalties, friendships, even simple common courtesies.
You've had run-ins with Paul before. Surely this time it's just...
No, that's it. I refuse to have anything more to do with him. It's greed, Daphne. It's simple greed. He can see Paul Robinson, millionaire, property developer up there in lights. And nothing's going to stand in his way.
Makes it a bit awkward for you, though, doesn't it? I mean, apart from the fact that he's your grandson, doesn't he have financial interest in Home James?
Unfortunately, yes. I'm going to have to buy him out. Susan is going to redirect all the calls for Home James to the house for the time being. I'll work out something else later on.
It's taken you some time, Mrs. Daniels, but I'm pleased to see that you finally had your eyes opened.
This is a chance, does she?
Greed. That's the right word. The young man succumbed utterly. Well, you were there. You heard the way he spoke to me.
Yes, I did. He was very rude. But in all fairness, Mrs. Mangle, there was a certain amount of greed on your side, too. You were trying to force him to offer you more money for your property. But I agree, his attitude toward you was very intimidating, and I can understand how you feel.
I think I'll get you that coffee now, Helen.
Oh, Daphne, have you and Des decided what you're going to do about Paul's offer?
We haven't. Well, not as yet. Des seems pretty much in favour of selling, though. I've tried everything I can to talk him out of it.
Oh, they're all the same today. Young people on the way up. No principles. No principles at all.
Are you sure there's no one at home? Positive. We got the place to ourselves. I wish this could have been arranged for the weekend.
Look, don't worry. What would you rather be doing with your day? Staying at school or trying out as a cheerleader?
Yeah, well, the same. Would have helped if Clive could have let us know before this morning.
Well, at least you organised it. But come on, let's just concentrate on giving it our best shot.
I just wish we had time to perfect the routine. I don't think we're good enough yet.
Well, we've got time for a bit more practice. A couple more run-throughs and we'll have it down pat.
Yeah, sure. We've still got a lot to do, though.
I know. That's why I'm trying to get you to hurry.
We've got to fix our hair and makeup and... What about costumes?
Well, it's only an audition. Leotards will do. Come on, you're such a worrywart. We're going to blow them away, believe me.
Yeah, and if we get caught missing school, then we'll be the ones blown away.
Oh, I'm sure Paul's doing it all by the book.
Just because a man acts within the law doesn't necessarily make him right. The pages of history are full of terrible deeds, all perfectly legal at the time.
You know, it's funny, I never really thought of myself as a protester, but I suppose that's what we are, really.
Right on, sister. Solidarity, that's what it's all about. Power to the people.
Ah, it's a good feeling, though.
Being on the side of the angels always is.
Well, not going to answer what that means, but it doesn't sound like you at all, Clive. Away with the pixies, maybe?
People in glass houses.
Okay.
So, what would our first customer of the day like to drink?
Ooh, make it an orange juice, thanks.
I do hope you're not changing the habits of a lifetime for my sake, Mr. Murphy.
Well, I don't suppose it'll do me any real harm. No sense antagonising the lady I've come to see, is there?
Ray, I really am sorry about last night.
So am I. Still, it couldn't be helped.
No, it couldn't, unfortunately. We had... Well, it was just an upset at home, you know.
Pity, yeah. Especially since you went to all the trouble of having your feathers done up for the occasion.
Oh, that was no big deal.
There you go. One vitamin C cocktail, preventer of ills, chills and thrills.
Oh, hi, thank you.
No trouble. Listen, Madge, why don't you take over this side of the bar for a few minutes? I think I'll drop in at the coffee shop.
Fine. How long will you be?
Not long. Have fun.
Okay, bye.
Don't hurry back on my account. Now, what do you reckon we ought to do about making up for last night, eh?
Well, as you can see, the definite holdouts and the certain sellers just about cancel each other out.
The don't-knows are well and truly in the majority.
Yes, well, they're the people we'll have to work on, starting with your husband.
Good morning, all.
Oh, hi. Coffee?
Yes, please. I thought you'd be on the other side of the barricades. She's not a fifth columnist, is she?
Nell's decided to join the fight.
So you weren't just holding out for a better offer?
No, Doctor. I'm most definitely against the redevelopment of our street. I was merely expressing Mr. Mangle's views on the matter last night. Since then, however, I've decided to follow my own instincts.
Mr. Mangle? I don't think I've ever met your husband.
No, he travels a lot.
Oh, I see.
Right. Well, I guess the game plan here is to start putting pressure on the undecideds. Okay. And I suggest we plan a concentrated propaganda attack against the local council. Anyone got any ideas?
Now I may be of some assistance there. I always carry a complete list of every councillor's name, home phone number, and specific areas of responsibility. From time to time, I've had cause to raise a variety of issues with the council, and I found this an invaluable aid.
I bet you have.
Perhaps I could start by contacting them all, one by one.
Sounds good to me.
Maybe Helen should do that, don't you think? I mean, you know the language, don't you, being with community justice? And...
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, well, whatever you think is best. Now, you will all excuse me, won't you? I still have my shopping to do.
Sure, and thanks a lot. We'll keep you informed. Quick thinking, 99.
I don't exactly think she's endeared herself to the council in the past.
Would have been disaster if she'd got their backs up over this one. But how about Nell being on our side?
Well, civil wars make for strange bedfellows. Strange enemies. Look at this. Brother against brother. Husband against wife.
Yeah, it's getting a bit like that, isn't it? How far do you think we'll be able to take this thing, realistically?
All the way. And if Paul and his so-called business associates don't like it, too bad. This is one fight I intend to win.
It's no joke. One night I slept it off in the back of a lorry with 55 daggy sheep and a blue heeler. At least that time I didn't get cold.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I am. Of course, if I'd known someone like you in those days, I'd never have gotten into half those sort of situations.
Oh, come on, Ray. I hope you haven't got the idea that I'm complete wowzer. I don't think there's anything wrong with a man having fun and enjoying himself. Or a woman, for that matter.
Oh, pleased to hear you say that, Madge. And how do you like to kick up your heels, huh?
Well, apart from listening to tall tales from the patrons of this establishment, I like to go to the movies. Oh, and the theatre. I love a good stage play.
Go on. I've done a bit of the old amateur theatricals in my time. Wasn't terrific at it, but I really enjoyed myself. Oklahoma, South Pacific. Played the King and the King and I once. Some tiny joint near Wagga. Perhaps that's what we can do with this postponed night out of ours. See a musical somewhere.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
You wait till you hear what I've been cooking up with Daphne and Helen.
Oh?
We are going to see if we can get the council to do an environmental impact study.
A what?
Well, this is our environment, and the redevelopment's certainly going to have an impact on it. Madge, would you mind holding the fort for a bit longer? We've got to get this campaign rolling if we want to save the street.
Oh, by all means, but just don't let Paul Robinson find you doing it on his time.
Right. Interesting reading matter, I take it?
New leotards, they're fantastic. I must get one.
You really enjoy that stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it's fun. I should take you along to an aerobics class one day. You'd enjoy it.
Young girls, firm taut flesh, bodies writhing to raunchy rock and roll sounds pretty dull to me. Besides, I have had an idea.
What's this for?
The movement, sister, the movement. Stop the erosion of Erinsborough. Hands off our blessed homeland.
That's a bit strong, isn't it?
Not when it concerns one's right to live, breathe and die in one's own soil.
Clive, you weren't born anywhere near Erinsborough.
So, it's in the Constitution.
We don't have a constitution.
Exactly my point. For too long, we, the downtrodden masses, have succumbed to the outrageous jackboot mentality of the bourgeois. Now is the time for all good people to come to the aid of the party. Great idea, a party.
Oh,
eh?
Clive.
Sorry, sidetrack. We must fight them in their corporate dens, these money-hungry moguls. We must link arms and present a united front.
Great. Very impressive. How does it help?
We ask the residents of Erinsborough to get off their collective apathies and sign a petition.
Good thinking.
You see, Daphne, I had a dream,
Oh,
and in this...
grief.
It's a very interesting dream. You sure you don't want to hear about it?
Sorry, Clive. Business calls.
Well, I'll work on the speech and get back to you.
Good. And again, oh, can't we have a break? There's no time. We've still got a few more kinks to iron out. Okay? And again. No, Charlene, more oomph. No, you missed the change. Sorry, I'm doing it. It's okay. It's not okay. You've got to be better than this. You just got to relax, feel the music, you know? Easy for you. It's just that I did dance at school. There's basically no difference between us. You really think I'll be good enough? A lot of it's to do with confidence, what they call attack. Attack. Right, gotcha. Let's go. I'm ready. You don't give in easy, do you? No way. I want this real bad. It's just funny. Last week, all you could talk about was being a mechanic. Yeah, well, maybe this means more to me. You ready? Hit it.
Okay, thank you.
Are you serious about all this? Fighting the redevelopment plan?
Yeah, sure. It'd be a terrible thing for the community. People being forced out of the homes they spent most of their lives in, families torn apart.
Oh, yes, and it's not only the ones that have to move, it affect the whole area. I mean, think of the extra traffic. Erinsborough's a wonderful place for kids now, but it certainly won't be if this plan goes through.
So you're revolting too, are you? Sorry, just a joke. But it does look as if I'm on the outer here. I'm all in favour of the new development.
In favour?
I'm afraid so. In fact, I've already accepted their offer for my house. I'm making a good profit on the deal, too.
But, Ray, don't you understand? This is going to change the whole neighbourhood.
Change, progress, call it what you like. You can't stop. So why not just take the money and move to some other quiet little suburb?
I don't want to move. That'd mean getting to know a whole new set of neighbours, settling Charlene into a new school.
You'll cope. Anyway, I can't see any sense in getting upset about it when there's nothing you can do.
Oh, isn't there just? We'll see about that. The whole of Ramsay Street's going to fight this thing.
Steady your match.
Well, obviously you're not with us, so I assume you're against us.
Well, no, I never said...
You better not hang around here any longer, Mr. Murphy. Obviously, we haven't got as much in common as I thought.
Well, never argue with an angry woman, they say. I'll see you later, Dal.
And don't call me Dal.
Madge.
Yes?
Maybe that was a little tough. I mean, I know you don't agree with his point of view, but he's a nice enough bloke, and I think he likes you a bit, too.
Mrs. Clarke, I'm looking for Jane. Have you seen her?
No. Is it important?
I should say so. We were supposed to have lunch together.
Well, she's probably been held up at school. Jane is a good student.
Not lately. Head in the clouds all the time. I overheard her talking to that young Mitchell girl on the telephone. All this nonsense about cheerleading, of all things.
Well, good for them. Mrs. Mangle, it's only dancing.
Oh, yes. I'm sure you'd know a great deal about a profession that claimed to be only dancing.
Mrs. Mangle, what the girls do is their business. Now, if you don't mind, I happen to be very busy.
Oh, yes, I can see. One wonders how you cope sometimes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3.
Geez, they're good, aren't they?
5, 6,
Not fair. We'll never be that good.
Great. Let's take a break. Hi.
Hi, I'm Charlene Mitchell, and this is Jane Harris.
Pleased to meet you both. You must be the girls Clive mentioned. Did he give you something for me?
Yes.
Thanks. Let this be a warning to you both. Whenever you do a job for someone, make sure you get paid. Why don't you pop up to the change rooms then and slip on your gear? We'll see where we go from there. Okay?
What are we doing? I don't know. But whatever it is, this is it, kiddo.
Thank you, girls. Okay, ladies, break's over. I want you to go through it again, this time with some company.
Well, they won't know how to do it. It took us ages to work out.
In this game, you've got to be able to learn quickly. They've seen you do it once.
Mum could see me now. Thank heavens Nan can't.
Let's do it.
I now find from one of Jane's school friends that the girls are trying out somewhere as cheerleaders, even as we speak. No doubt Jane's been led into this by your daughter.
Why blame Charlene?
I'm sure the whole business is her idea. She leads Jane from one ridiculous escapade to another. Today it's this tawdry cheerleading business. Who knows what it will be tomorrow?
Are you trying to tell me that Jane is too feeble-minded to make her own decisions?
If you had more control over Charlene's behaviour, none of this would have happened.
There comes a time, Mrs. Mendel, when one's children are beyond what you call control. The best we can hope for is that we've taught them respect for themselves and consideration for others. At the very least, they should be able to take responsibility for their own actions.
It certainly hasn't worked out in Charlene's case, then, has it?
I beg your pardon.
Well, one only has to recall the more recent trouble she's caused you. Running away from home, all this business about her having a baby.
Now, just a minute. You know perfectly well that child wasn't Charlene's.
That's as it may be, but she certainly proved herself to be a liar over the whole incident.
Ladies, is such a trivial thing worth a major falling out?
It may seem trivial to you, Dr. Gibbons, but I, for one, don't see it that way.
Well, it's hardly a hanging offence, is it? I mean, what's wrong with them taking a shot at stardom? They're only young once.
Did you know something about this?
Well, I may have set up the audition for them.
What do you say?
Clive, how could you?
Hang on, I haven't exactly sold them to the white slavers.
You may very well have done just that, Dr. Gibbons.
This is ridiculous.
I couldn't agree more. And I hold you entirely responsible.
I think that'll do us, girls. Very nice, thank you. You can go and change now.
Thanks for the opportunity. Well, what did you think?
Have you thought what you're going to do when you leave school, Charlene?
Well, right now, all I want to be is a cheerleader.
Yeah, but before you got that particular bee in your bonnet, though, there must have been something else. You're obviously intelligent. I'm sure you do very well at school.
Well, I did okay. This is going to sound really dumb, but I like mucking around with machines, cars, any sort of engines, really. And I had this crazy idea about opening up my own garage, or a few of them.
I don't think it's crazy at all. It shows initiative. I'm sure you'll open a chain of workshops one day.
You mean I won't be able to be a cheerleader? That's what you're saying. Don't give up the day job.
Something like that.
Thanks anyway.
Oh, don't take it too hard. I'm sure none of these girls know what goes on under the bonnet of a car. I know I don't. Just a minute, Jane.
We weren't good enough, huh?
Is that what you think?
I thought I was okay. I hoped I was anyway.
Why did you decide you wanted to be a cheerleader?
I didn't have anything specific I wanted to do when I left school. Maybe go to uni or something, but I like to dance, perform, do something people enjoy watching me do. I did dance at school. I thought it'd be good to use the training.
Well, it stood you in good stead. You did very well. In fact, you remind me a little of me at your age, actually. I didn't have anything particular in mind either.
I didn't only want to join to get the attention.
I know, but it's nice to have people appreciate what we do. Although, it shouldn't be the only way we feel good about ourselves.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But did you really like my dancing?
Yes, very much.
You're not just saying that to make me feel good.
No, seriously. I think you've got real potential. In fact, when you finished your HSC, I'd like you to come back and see me.
You mean?
I mean, if that's what you want to do, then I'm sure you'd make an excellent member of our squad. Excuse me.
Thanks, Miss Pearson.
You made it.
Yeah, I made it. I actually made it. Me, she said I was good.
But not both of us.
Well, I warned you, I've had proper training.
Oh, here we go. Proper training. So what?
I didn't mean it like that. Now, come on, Charlene, you've got to face facts. You saw how competitive it is.
Oh, so now I'm stupid too.
Look, Charlene, maybe if you spent some more time practicing, you could try again.
Look, don't, Jane. I can handle myself. Don't need you to pat me on the head like a little school kid.
Maybe if you talk to Jenny, told her how unprepared
Oh,
you
yeah,
were.
like you. Yes, Miss Pearson. No, Miss Pearson. 3 bags full, Miss Pearson.
You're not being fair, Charlene. It's not my fault you weren't good enough. If you're going to carry on like this, maybe it's a good thing she knocked you back. Maybe you just haven't got what it takes.
Oh, that's great coming from a friend.
Yeah, well, maybe I was wrong about that too. Maybe I haven't got a friend.
Yeah? Well, that goes double for me.
Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
You're quite certain the other two will decide to sell, aren't you?
99.9%. They're both businessmen. They know a good deal when they see it.
You're a cool customer, Paul. Never met a man who was willing to go in and bat against his own family before.
Oh, it's not as if I'm acting contrary to their interests, is it?
No, not from a financial point of view.
Mind you, it's not a position I like being in.
Oh, sorry, I was looking for Helen.
She's not here, mate. Shane Ramsay, Peter Smith.
The Peter Smith. The one who's behind the redevelopment of Ramsay Street.
Pleased to meet you, Shane.
Yeah, sorry, I can't say the same thing. Any idea when she'll be back?
No, she didn't say.
Do you know where I can find her? I need to find out about some landscaping work.
No, sorry, she didn't say that either. In fact, she left in a bit of a rush.
You two had a blue.
That's one way of putting it. She's not exactly pleased about the redevelopment of Ramsay Street.
Furious would be a more accurate description, wouldn't it? The Paul Robinson book of how to keep friends and loved ones. Chuck 'em all out in the street.
Oh, now, hang on. Nobody is being chucked out into the street.
Nobody. Only Madge, Lenny for starters, Susan, the baby, Clive, not to mention me.
Shane, it's called progress. It's a fact of life. We're not doing this for the sheer hell of it, you know.
Oh, so now you're a martyr too. You're doing it just for the money, Paul, and we all know it. And you know what? I hope you enjoy every cent of it, because you're going to be so lonely sitting up there in that mansion on your own, mate.
Don't let it get to you, Paul.
You kidding? Look, if they can't face up to one of life's little realities, that's their problem, not mine.
What I've got to do is find as many pictures and stories as I can about the outback.
Oh, I'll help. Let's get on with it.
If we do move away from here, will you come with us?
I don't think so, Lucy. But we will keep in touch, won't we?
Yes, but letters and phone calls aren't the same thing as having someone there with you all the time.
Better than nothing, though.
If you and Dad were to get married, I could have you here all the time. Why don't you get married too?
Oh, well, for one thing, a lady waits until she's asked. And for another, we're not in love. Now, this isn't getting the project done.
If you aren't going to come with us, will you still come and see me at my end-of-year play? They picked the actors today and I'm in it.
Really? Oh, of course I'll come. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Great.
How's everything going out here?
Fine.
Great. And Ruth's coming to see me at my end-of-year play to watch me acting.
Well, that's terrific. You'll just have to make sure you learn your lines, won't you?
And I came top in my art assignment today because she helped me.
All right, great.
I'll get it.
Oh, thanks. I do appreciate the time you're spending with her.
it's a pleasure. You have a delightful daughter, Jim.
Can I leave you both to it? I've got some work to do at the office. I'll be back in time for dinner.
Sure. See you later.
Okay, here, I'll just ask. Kerry wants to know if I can come to the 5 o'clock pictures with her and a few other friends, and her mum and big sister will be looking after us.
Oh, Lucy, I don't know.
Well, I'll go and ask Dad.
He's just gone to the office.
Well, I won't be late home, and it's Victor Gray wants me to see anyway.
All right. But I'll take you over to Kerry's house so I can meet her mother.
You're terrific.
Thank you. Hi there, how's things?
Reasonable.
Only reasonable.
Well, Charlene's not talking to Scott because Jane passed the audition and Charlene didn't.
Charlene's not talking to Scott because...
Charlene's not talking to anybody. She's cheesed off with the whole world.
Never mind. So Jane passed, that's great.
Yeah, and no. Old Mangle found out about Jane missing class for the audition. She's not real pleased.
Sometimes there's no reasoning with the Mrs. Mangles of this world.
Yeah. Anyway, I'd better get home, get into the books. That's if I've got a home to go to.
Jim's not selling, is he?
I hope not.
See ya. See you later.
Hi, you want a coffee?
Nah. Wouldn't mind a roof over my head, though.
Oh, Shane. It's not gonna happen. We're gonna fight this damn thing with everything we've got. Clive's carrying on like Che Guevara.
Good old Clive, eh? It's a bit like headbutting a brick wall, though. Can't trust him, can you?
Friends. We're not all like Paul. Some of us you can trust.
Would you relax, Des, as a practical man? By now he would have gone through all his facts and figures and realised that we're offering him the best deal in town.
You'd better be right. We've put a lot into this already, and I'm anxious to see some returns.
It's your primary motive in life, is it? See the cash rolling in?
Oh, it's a diversion.
But occasionally there's a price.
Oh, not if you move fast enough. Mind you, that's not how idealists like your mate would have it. They want everything to be perfect, which it never is. Be a realist. Accept that there are flaws in everything and you'll go places.
Des, good to see you, mate. Hey, mate. All ready to do business?
Sorry. Daphne and I had a long talk and we've decided that we want to bring up a few kids in Ramsay Street.
Might find yourself a bit crowded after the first couple.
We'll extend.
Des, don't you understand that with the money that we're offering you, you could buy something twice the size next week?
You see, the thing you don't understand, Paul, is that we don't want to sell. We don't want to see Ramsay Street bulldozed.
Not much you can do about that, old son.
A few of us in this street are going to be fighting this so-called redevelopment. We don't care what it takes, we don't care what it costs. We can stop you. We will.
I don't believe this. All because Daphne's got some romantic notion about bringing up the kids in Ramsay Street.
What Daphne wants is important to me. If it's going to make her happy, it's much more important than a few lousy bucks. Anyway, that's my decision. And you're just going to have to accept it.
I'm not accepting anything. Fine, if it's a fight you want, you've got one.
Hard day at school, I take it.
No, it's just Charlene. She blames me because she didn't make it as a cheerleader.
That doesn't seem fair.
Oh, she's being fair. She's blaming everyone the same.
Oh, just give her a chance to simmer down. From what I've seen of Charlene, she bounces back pretty quickly. Hello, Helen. Hello.
Oh, I better get cracking with this in my room, I suppose.
How did your meeting with the council go? Badly. All they could say was, as there were insufficient protests, the plans were approved, and there's very little we can do. Red tape, once tangled, cannot be untangled. We'll see. Where's Lucy? Cancellation came through for the dentist. I need to get her down there immediately. No, I'm sorry, Helen. I said she could go to the pictures with some friends. Oh, blast. Which picture? I'll have to go and get her. I'm afraid I didn't ask. Oh, Ruth. But I spoke to Kerry's mother when I took Lucy over there. I checked they were going to be properly supervised. I didn't think there'd be any problem. No. No problem at all.
Something on your mind?
No, not really.
Come on, out with it.
Well, I was just wondering what I'm going to do if you have to sell a house.
Mike, that's not going to happen. And even if it does, you'll come with us, you know that.
Really?
Idiot. What do you think?
Well, how's Paul's form? I used to think he was okay. This is going to cost him every friend he's ever had.
Uh-oh. Don't like the look of this.
Sorry, Dad. Tried my best.
You sold a house. How could you?
Did I say that I sold our house? Call me a sentimental fool, but I couldn't do it. Who needs money anyway?
Oh, Darius, thank you!
So how did Paul take the knockback?
Well, he wasn't too pleased, mate.
I know they're your friends, Paul, and I know you'd like to give them more time, but we haven't got more time.
I just think it's a bit much to say to people you've got 4 weeks to move out of your home that you've been living in for 20 years. God, I want to see this deal go ahead as much as you do.
Then I suggest these so-called friends of yours get their respective acts together.
Dad, good to see you.
I received this at my office.
I take it you've revised your decision now that you've seen how further off with him.
That's not why I'm here.
Dad, it's a good offer.
Maybe. But what stinks is the threat that if I don't sell, my house will be surrounded by a sea of concrete.
We can't afford to let one house ruin the entire project. After all, we'll be stimulating growth in the area, providing jobs for people.
You already know that argument cuts no ice with me.
I think you're being a little short.
You stay out of this! And what stinks even more than this scheme is the fact that my own son's involved in it.
Nobody's breaking any laws. It's called free enterprise. Would have thought you'd respect that.
I respect a man's right to bring up his family wherever he chooses and not be harassed and bullied by a bunch of shysters whose only real motive is a quick buck. No, I don't respect this sort of carry-on, and I certainly don't respect you for your part in it. Excuse me.
Oh, Ruth, I tend not to use salt anymore.
Sorry, I'll remember that.
However, despite what Council says, I refuse to believe that there's nothing I can do. Foot.
What did you have in mind? Lying down in front of the bulldozers?
If needs be.
I wish you luck. Not that it's going to do us much good at this stage. I'd better go and see if Auntie Madge needs some company. She's feeling pretty low.
I bet she is. I'm sorry no landscaping jobs have come through.
I'll survive.
Helen, I'm sorry about the confusion with Lucy.
Oh, Lucy won't be. She hates going to the dentist. She loves going to the movies. Oh, Ruth, don't take it to heart. You weren't to know about the dentist.
But if I hadn't interfered...
We were lucky to have a sitter. I know Jim was busy.
Seems the whole street's in chaos. Are you sure there's nothing I can do to help?
Just distract the family. The way I feel at the moment, if Paul walks through that door, I'm just as likely to hurl a frying pan at him. Well, a saucepan at least.
Did you say Mike was going to see Jane when he finished at the coffee shop?
I don't fancy his chances. Mrs. Mangle's probably got her well and truly grounded by now.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be out of order. Still, she did go behind her back.
Only because she knew she had Buckley's chance of getting permission. It's so unfair. They should be allowed to experiment with different things. Find out what they want out of their lives.
Sure. But they've got to be able to take no for an answer.
Do you think we'll make good parents?
The best. And I'm going to make quite certain, straight off, the kids know who the boss is.
Oh, are you now?
Well, yeah. As soon as they're young enough to understand, I'm going to be pointing to you and saying, see that lady over there? She's our boss.
Well, at least you didn't come to blows.
No, but I told him precisely what I thought of his involvement in the scheme and the fact that I didn't think much of the sort of person he's becoming.
Well, be careful, Jim. Don't take what he's doing too personally. That's the mistake I made.
You sound like you're reconsidering.
Me? No way. This is my office now. And as long as that snake, Peter Smith, has so much influence over Paul, this is where I'm going to stay. He'd probably happily turn home James into a courier service if he thought he could make an extra buck.
The trouble is the effect it's having on the family. I know Scott's upset, and Lucy.
Shane was here earlier. Apparently he said similar things to Paul.
Stole my thunder, did he?
I doubt anyone could do that. No, but it seems that Madge and Shane are fed up.
Well, since you are angry, let's talk about Lucy. What are we going to do about the dental appointment?
I rang the surgery and they're booked for 3 weeks.
I'm in the wrong business.
Worst of it is, Ruth took the blame. It was simply a misunderstanding.
You don't sound all that convinced.
Oh, Jim, it's just me. I've had control for so long, it's hard to just let go. I'm sure she means well.
Hey, Ruth.
Oh, Scott.
What's for dinner? I'm starving.
Oh, does that mean you've worked things out with Charlene?
Are you kidding? She's still not talking. Not to me, not to anyone. I'm hungry because I am depressed. Hey, maybe that's why those Buddhas were always fat. They were miserable.
Yes.
Oh, Ruth, I was going to help you with the washing.
No need. There wasn't very much.
Dinner looks great. What is it? Lamb casserole?
Yes.
I feel better already.
Great, thanks. Bye.
Being too damn soft with them. I reckon they're all holding out for more money.
Doubt it's quite that simple.
We're going to have to give them a bit of a shove, mate.
Look, I don't really see what more we can do at this stage.
You wouldn't. You haven't been in this position before. I have. It's something I know for a fact. You don't get anywhere by being nice to old friends.
It's not what you were saying before.
Because I figured that your knowing these people would make things different, but it hasn't. We're going to have to make up their minds for them.
Sure. How exactly?
There are ways.
Look, I'll go and see them individually. Talk to them. Reason with them.
Mate, these people you think of as friends are barely even speaking to you.
Yeah, well, maybe if I go and talk to them on my own, without you there, they just might listen to me.
Yeah, sure, and pigs might fly. Paul, we need these properties now, not sometime in the next 6 months.
Look, I know I can get Dad to change his mind despite his little performance today.
Then do it.
G'day, Dad. It's Paul here.
What can I do for you? No, I have no intention of changing my mind. I'm amazed you could even ask. You're wasting your breath, Paul. I don't care what you think. The subject is closed. Yeah, me too.
Bad news?
That nitwit son of mine. I'm ashamed even to live in Ramsay Street at the moment, I can tell you.
Certainly seems like a hot potato.
Yes.
Jim, I wondered if we could discuss a few things.
Things?
About my place here, whether or not I'm treading on toes.
Hey, Dad, is it okay if I go next door to study with Charlene? Or maybe she might talk to me this time.
Well, okay, as long as you're back in time for dinner.
Thanks. See ya.
Bye. All seems a little chaotic.
Nonsense. We have certain rules in this house, and despite the border skirmishes and the pitched battles and the fact that none of us are very proud of Paul at the moment, a guest is a guest, and you're doing more than pull your weight around the place. You are a welcome addition to the family. And whether my son intends to sell the whole world out from underneath me or not, I'm still looking forward to my lamb casserole. Okay?
Okay.
Quite a speech.
I didn't know you were listening.
Sorry. Jim, forgive me if I speak out of turn. I do respect your privacy, but, could I ask how you feel about Ruth? How you really feel?
Helen, I don't think
Because
that...
from where I stand, I see two very compatible people. I mean, it's obvious that you like each other.
Yeah, but...
But you haven't had a chance to explore the relationship further.
I'm in no hurry.
Jim Robinson, I am your mother-in-law. Now, no one could replace Anne in my eyes, but If there's a chance, and I don't care how remote, that you can find happiness again, then I'd move heaven and earth to ensure it. And if I thought for one split second that I was in the way or hampering your prospects, I'd expect you to speak up.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. But your place is here with us.
Well, that's very comforting, but I'd still like to know what your intentions are.
Oh, would you now?
Oh, be serious, Jim. It affects all of us. Scott, Lucy, even Paul. We all want you to be happy.
And you're afraid you might be cramping my style?
Would you tell us if we were?
Well...
Look, all I'm saying is don't let an opportunity slip through your fingers.
Much appreciated.
As long as we know where we stand.
I'll talk to him, he says. He's my father. I can make him change his mind.
I'll go and see him tonight.
Why don't you just face up to the fact that you have no influence over these people?
Maybe it's time we started looking at putting the access road somewhere else.
You're having me on.
Well, what the hell else can we do?
Mate, it may have escaped your notice, but we've already poured the best part of $500,000 into having it in Ramsay Street. You call yourself a businessman?
Okay, fine. You go and see them. You talk them into selling.
Oh, yeah, sure. They'd listen to me.
So, like I said, maybe we should look at putting it somewhere else.
There are other avenues of persuasion.
Look, we can't afford to up the ante any further if that's what you're talking about.
Nope. What I've got in mind wouldn't cost much at all. Say, the price of a family outing and a box of matches.
What do you say?
It's quite simple. You take them all out for the day, and when they get home, sadly, the house will burn to the ground.
Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
You take them all out for the day, and when they get home, sadly, the house will have burned to the ground.
You've been watching too many crime shows, pal. Reputable businessmen don't burn people out of their homes.
Businessmen do what's necessary to get the job done. Look, Paul, if we have to cut another access road, we stand to lose a fortune on this deal.
Oh, and that justifies arson, does it?
There's an old saying, if you can't stand the heat...
Not funny, Peter. Look, I'm just as anxious to make a profit on this deal as you are. Not this way.
Well, what'll it take to convince you that this is the way to go? I'm prepared to sweeten the pot a bit.
Forget it.
This is no business for bleeding hearts. I'll have a word with your boss. She's not the type to go soft over a few scare tactics.
That's where you're wrong. Rosemary's no fool. She'd be straight onto the cops.
You can't prove a thing. The Daniels Corporation is in this just as deep as we are. If we go down, you go with us.
Oh, no, we don't. Because as of this moment, any connection between you and this company is terminated. Why make myself clear?
It's clear, all right. But you won't get out of it that easy. You're going to hear a lot more about this.
Not from you, I won't.
I think I may have misjudged you, Robinson. You're a bigger fool than I thought.
What are the 5 most important dates in the last decade of Australian history?
I can tell you what the next one's going to be. The day Brian Hanson accepts our song. Hey, what do you reckon about a hearse? I heard about this band in the States. They use it to drive to all their gigs.
If you don't shut up and let me concentrate, you'll be riding in a hearse, all right? In the back.
Gee, you're a grouch. I mean, you wouldn't talk to me all morning because you didn't make it as a cheerleader. I thought you wanted this song to be a hit. It's our futures we're talking about.
Since when? It wasn't our future when being a cheerleader was important to me.
Well, that's different.
Is it really? You want me to be all hot for your so-called career, but when I want to do something, suddenly it's different. Oh, brain, Scott.
Pass me the whisk, will you, darling?
You're only using 2 eggs. Ruth always uses 3.
But we're making this, not Ruth, and we are using 2.
You're cool. I like your way too.
Good.
Hi, Gran. Lucy.
Hi.
Here's trouble.
Gran, can I have a word with you for a sec? I was going to talk about it to Charlene, but she's being really grouchy.
Yes, of course. Darling, give it a bit of a whisk, will you?
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Gran, you know how you always used to go on about my guitar lessons when I was a kid?
Those we used to have to drag you to, you mean?
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that now, because, I really like the guitar, and I was wondering if...
You'll have to wait for your birthday. We're not made of money.
My birthday? That's not for ages. Look, I've seen this catalogue, and its amplifier is only small. The guitar
But you already
itself...
have an amplifier.
Yeah, I know. But if I'm going to get anywhere in the biz, I'm going to need the best. Well, I've seen this other guitar too, and it's...
You're beginning to sound more like Clive every minute. The amplifier you have is fine. It makes enough racket.
Gran, with the garage door down, you'll hardly hear a
Garage
thing.
door?
Yeah, it's not as if we'll be using it every day of the
We?
week. Yeah, just me and Mike and the rest of the band.
Band?
Well, we haven't exactly decided on who, but we're having auditions this weekend. It's no problem, is it?
No, not with a new amplifier, a new guitar, and a constant stream of your ever-hungry friends, and the complaints from the neighbours about the noise, and from the police, and your father's questions about where he's going to put his car. I can't believe where you get the idea that there's going to be a problem.
Thanks, Gran. Knew you'd understand.
Something I can do for you?
Proposition.
Sorry, I'm busy.
You've got me in a hell of a lot of trouble, Robinson. Well, I'm anxious to bail myself out.
Oh, is that so?
The fact that I haven't dragged your name through the mud is only because I'm shrewder than you think. It's not too late.
I'm listening.
My backers won't go cold on the deal. They've subtly suggested I find another partner.
Buy me out, you mean?
You hold the title to the Ramsay Street stock we need. Some of it, at any rate. I'll take it off your hands.
Oh, so generous, Peter. What makes you think I'd sell to you?
Oh, come on. The real estate value's market price? There's no killing in it for you. It's just tying up your assets. I'm prepared to sweeten it by 20%.
All right.
25.
You could make it 50 and the answer's still no. And if you want to drag the Daniels Corporation's name through the mud, as you so hinted, I suggest you get some good legal advice first.
We still intend to build that shopping complex.
Oh, well, bully for you. I hope you have a lot of luck detouring it round Ramsay Street. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm a busy man.
How come you give me sultanas at recess? How come you don't give me cake like Ruth does?
Because I take you to the dentist. That reminds me, you have an appointment in 3 weeks' time. Off you go. Bye-bye.
Bye, Dad.
Hello, Pet. Have a nice day. You done your history assignment? Scott? Have you done your history?
Oh, yeah, I'll finish it before... Have a listen to this.
I've heard that a dozen times this morning. If anyone needs me, I'm in the shower.
Put the guitar down. Put the guitar down and listen to me.
Dad, this is important.
So is your schoolwork. I know you like your music, but you can't afford to let everything else slide. Your future is important.
Dad, music is my future. Me and Mike, we sent a song to Brian Hanson, and that's just the start.
What about all your plans to be a journalist? You gotta let that go just so that you can write this?
This is classical music of the future. I mean, take a look at Paul McCartney and what he wrote. He was younger than me when he
Paul
joined his
McCartney
first
has a
band.
university degree. We're talking about you.
Okay, then let's talk about what I want. There's nothing wrong with a career as a songwriter.
I'm not saying there is. What I am saying is you can't afford to ignore a solid future for some half-baked dream.
Oh, you won't be calling it a dream when I make the big time.
The big time? Yeah. If and when you can make a decent week's wage out of writing songs, I will happily admit I was wrong. In the meantime, do your history assignment.
That sort of talk makes me all the more determined. I'll show you, and Charlene, and all the others. You just watch me, all right?
What they were talking about was plainly criminal. I didn't feel we could afford to be associated with it. Apart from the personal aspects. Yes, they're still going ahead with the plan, but we won't be involved. Rosemary, I know it's going to cost us paper profits, But it makes the property management aspect of my decision more viable. Mm-hmm. I appreciate your backing on this one, Rosemary. Okay. Bye. See ya. Sit down, Mitch.
You wanted to see me about the house?
Yeah.
Paul, I'm sorry. I don't think I'll be able to be out of Ramsay Street in 30 days. I've been looking, but the rents are so high.
Slow down, Madge. Look, it's not common knowledge yet, but the redevelopment isn't going to affect Ramsay Street after all.
Oh, you can't imagine how glad I am to hear you say that. Have you had more refusals on your offers?
Some, but I've still got Tom's letter of agreement, and I'm going to be acting on it in the next couple of days. But that doesn't mean that you and Charlene are going to be left out in the cold.
It doesn't?
No, it means I'm your landlord, as of the minute the deeds are signed. And what I'd like to do is work on a lease for the property with you.
With me?
I figure we can work at some equitable rate. Max is still paying you back for the original loan, isn't he?
Yes, $100 a week.
Well, what say we set the rent at that?
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Good. I'll get the paperwork underway then.
It'll be quite an advantage having a neighbour as a landlord. At least I'll know where to find you when the roof leaks.
As long as we keep it reasonable. Friends are friends, but business is business.
Mike? Don't do that.
Well, I've got to get a kiss from my girl when I can. How's it going?
Oh, not so good. I'm paranoid lifting my head out of this book after yesterday. Nan's probably lurking around here somewhere.
Pretty mad, is she?
Yeah. I'm grounded again. This time she means it. And, you're off bounds except at school.
Why me?
Well, we're still allowed to walk together.
Look, if we take the scenic walk, it should take, about an hour longer.
Thanks.
She's still giving you a hard time about this cheerleading stuff?
Oh, are you kidding? To her, it's like white slavery or something. But if that's what I want to do, then she can't stop me.
Well, I reckon if you've got a good chance, you should go for it.
I don't know. Jenny said some things that really made me think about how important it is to get a good education. I know there'll be heaps of girls out there who just kill for the chance, but I'm going to hang in there and get my HSC. I guess you're going to be stuck with plain Jane for a while longer.
There's nothing plain about my Jane. Besides, when we sell the song, I'll be famous enough for both of us.
Madge, that's marvellous. Yes, and such a reasonable rent, too. Paul took me completely by surprise.
You're not the only one. This must mean that the plans for the access road through Ramsay Street have been abandoned.
Something you said must have struck a chord.
Well, I didn't mince words, I can say that much. I wonder why Paul hasn't told us himself.
Look, I've still got half an hour before I'm due back at the pub. Would you like another cup of tea?
Here's another bag.
Thank you. Have you heard anything from Laura at all?
Oh, yes, I ring her every day. She seems to be coping quite well.
Good. Is there something else on your mind?
Oh, I shouldn't be adding my worries to yours. I could do with a friendly ear, though.
Well, my worries are pretty much under control at the moment. Come on, tell me what the problem is.
Well, apart from the ongoing saga of Lucy and her dentist, and Scott and his crazy schemes for stardom, and Paul's recent impressions of Genghis Khan, I have a strong suspicion that I've become redundant in my own home.
Ah, you mean Ruth?
Oh, I know I'm being unreasonable. But if Lucy says Ruth always anymore, I'm going to do something drastic.
Oh, dear. Kids don't think, do they?
You know, I always thought I'd be delighted when Jim found the right woman. I know how lonely he gets. And Ruth would be very good for him. And the kids love her. I'm ashamed of the resentment I feel toward her. I didn't know I could be so petty.
Petty? Oh, Helen. You've given so much of yourself to that family that you wouldn't be human if you didn't feel a bit hurt at the thought of being replaced.
But I should be doing more to encourage Jim to sort things out with Ruth. Rosemary's asked me to go over and visit her in the States. She wants to pay my fare. I'm seriously considering taking her up on it.
Oh, that'd be wonderful for you.
Yes, well, it might give Jim and Ruth a few weeks to themselves. Anyway, I'll think about it.
Helen, most women would fight tooth and nail to keep that family to themselves. And you're prepared to step aside and give them a fair go. You have nothing to feel ashamed about.
Thanks, Madge.
Hey, Charlene, wait on.
Oh, rack off, Jones. I'm not interested.
Hey, Mike. Right. Okay. Now, this one's a ballad, but it's not soppy. It's just really laid down.
You got any words for it?
Well, I've got a chorus, but the verses are a bit tougher.
Why don't you and me have a go, Mike? Anything'd be better than the stuff he's been turning out. You know you've got no hope with his record business, don't you?
Look, just because you blew it, you don't have to take your tempers out on us. I've seen those cheerleaders and they're built pretty big. Big, yeah, big.
But if it's Vikki, why don't you get a date with one of them?
Charlene, I'm just joking. Look, I like you just the way you are.
Yeah?
Yeah, you and me, we're a team.
Well, this part of the team's got study to do.
She's still not talking to me.
She'll get over it.
Charlene, look, wait!
Make you sick, wouldn't it?
Reckon?
They're just as bad.
Oh, it's a big joke. Robinson and Young reckon they're going to make the songwriters.
So that's what they've been up to.
They read a Molly Meldrum article on TV Week. That's what gave them the idea. They've sent a song to Brian Hanson.
Going to be big stars, are they? Well, maybe we should give them some help.
Hey?
Meet me here after school. This is going to be fun.
Look, I've got to go to work for a while. Do you want to come to the coffee shop?
No. Nana'd kill us if she saw us together. I better get home and get the books.
Well, I'll give you a call then.
You can try. I don't know if the ban includes phone calls or not.
Okay. See you later.
Oh, Scott, have you got the English test paper? I left mine in my locker.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Buy your milkshake?
No, thanks. Got other things to do.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Like studying. You might try it sometime.
What's with this sudden interest in your grades? You know, Charlene, you were becoming unbearable. So you missed out on being a cheerleader. Big deal.
That happened to mean a lot to me. But what would you know about it anyway? All you guys can think about is becoming big pop stars. It's kid stuff.
Oh, is that right, is it?
Yeah. And now you're raving on about forming a band. Don't you realise how soon exams are?
I thought you would have realised how important this was to me. My dad reckons I'm crazy. I thought I could have counted on my own girlfriend for support.
Look, Scott...
No, forget about it. All my life I've either lived in my father's shadows or in Paul's. Well, this isn't just kid stuff. That song's good. That song's damn good.
Scott?
All right, Susan. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have been expecting them. So. Dad, Gran?
Oh.
Suppose you've heard the news?
Yes, quite a turnaround.
Rosemary called. Paul, I said some dreadful things. But I believe at the time I was totally justified. I just hope that I haven't damaged our relationship permanently.
You'd like to forgive and forget, is that it?
Now, I'd like to get all this into its true perspective. Now, families can either make an effort to repair a rift like this...
What your grandmother's trying to
Look,
say...
I know exactly what she's trying to say, Dad. Just because I make an about-face on a business decision and end up not being such a bad guy after all, everybody thinks that I can just kiss and make up. Well, it isn't like that. You may be interested in what made me change my mind. Maybe it's irrelevant, I don't know. But I want you to know that my motives haven't budged that much. You see, I came into this strictly on a professional basis. A proposal was made. It affected people, sure. But I had nightmares about making that decision. Look, people weren't going to lose money. In fact, there would have been substantial pluses all around. But somewhere, somehow, people, including those I respected and loved, chose to see me as totally mercenary. Thought I didn't give a damn about who got hurt or their precious history of Ramsay Street. Well, let me tell you something. It hurt me. Because I do care.
All right, Paul, you've said enough.
Paul, I didn't realise you felt this way. Perhaps if we'd kept our collective blood pressures down, we might have come to an amicable solution much sooner.
I doubt it, Gran. In fact, I don't think this is really going to have much impact on anyone. See, I'm a landlord now. I own the Ramsay house, I own the Gibbons house, and 5 others in the neighbourhood. So instead of Paul Robinson, the ruthless developer, we just changed caps. I'm now Paul Robinson, the ruthless landlord.
This some sort of game, is it? Isn't it obvious we came here to make amends?
Sure. Gran can have her office back. I'll buy you a tie on Father's Day, Dad. But all I was trying to do was to help all of us. I'm not going to forget that in a hurry.
Scott, will you test me on my words again?
Lucy, we've already done it 6 times. If you don't know it by now, you're never going to. Oh, I'm sick of homework.
Oh, you made enough racket with that already, and if Dad finds out, you're dead.
Well, Dad isn't here, is he? You get that?
Yes, sir. Robinson, hello.
Idiot. Molly Meldrum's secretary here. May I please speak to Scott Robinson?
Scott, it's for you, and it's Molly Meldrum's secretary.
Get out of it,
It
Lucy.
is, she said so.
Scott Robinson.
Yes, Scott. I'm speaking on behalf of Mr. Meldrum. Brian Hanson has been in touch with us regarding the material that you and Mike Young submitted to him. Yes, well, Mr. Hanson and Mr. Meldrum would like to discuss the material with you at Mr. Meldrum's house tomorrow morning at... would 9 o'clock suit you?
Wow. I mean, yeah, sure.
Oh, good. I'll be looking forward to seeing you. I'll just give you the address. It's...
Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. Thanks. Bye. Lucy, your big brother is gonna be a star. You bought it?
Sure did.
Oh,